Imagine going out with your best friend. He's a straight A student and is considered the smartest guy in the class. You both follow each other on social media. He sends you a video that appears funny to him. When you watch it, you see that it's blatantly AI. You ask him whether he knows it's AI, and he says that it can't be AI as it looks so realistic. This exact thing has happened to me in the past. Now, what does education mean? The Cambridge Dictionary defines it as the process of teaching or learning, especially in a school or college, or the knowledge that you get from this. Going by this definition, it should be easy to assume that a greatly educated person would be extremely intelligent as well. But sometimes those people may not seem as intelligent in daily life as they are academically. Why is that? Let us examine the different types of intelligence to better understand this predicament. According to Gardner's model, there are 9 types of intelligence. Let us look at them in detail. Linguistic verbal intelligence refers to the ability to proficiently use language in a correct and effective manner. A linguistically intelligent person shouldn't just be good at speaking the language. They should be sensitive to things such as the meanings of words, the sounds they make, the rhythms, and the ability to effectively argue in said language. People like this are generally better at being poets, lawyers, journalists, and orators because this type of intelligence is about thinking in and through language. The second type of intelligence is logical mathematical intelligence. It is the type of intelligence in which people are sensitive to patterns, reasoning, and manipulation of numbers. This type of intelligence requires chains of reasoning such as if A, then B, if B, then C. They are generally able to formulate and test their hypotheses themselves through certain systems. Generally, these people do better in scientific, engineering, and programming fields. Thirdly, we have visual spatial intelligence. It is the ability to accurately look at and understand the world and mentally transform your perceptions. It involves the ability to look at the same object from different angles, mentally as opposed to physically moving it. These people are generally good artists, chess players, surgeons, and physicists. Musical rhythmic intelligence refers to a person's sensitivity to pitch, rhythm, timbre, and their interaction. Interestingly, people with such intelligence have overlaps with mathematical intelligence due to both recognizing patterns in some way or form. And that's why many mathematicians are either musical enthusiasts or musicians themselves. The fifth type of intelligence is bodily kinesthetic intelligence. It is a type of intelligence in which a person is able to use their body similarly to how a musician would use an instrument. They have fine motor skills, good timing, and intuition. They have great muscle memory and physical instinct. Unsurprisingly, most people with this type of intelligence are athletically inclined, but can also be great surgeons, craftsmen, or actors. Next is interpersonal intelligence, and it is the ability to read other people. It means that they can understand other people's moods, their motivation, and their intentions so that they can respond properly according to that. This often means that you can preempt people's responses due to your body language reading ability. These people often make great leaders, therapists, teachers, and even salespeople. Intrapersonal intelligence is the flip side of interpersonal. It means that you have the ability to properly understand your own emotional states and reactions with clarity. This is also called self-awareness. People with this are almost never surprised by their own reactions and are often highly disciplined. They can pursue being philosophers, psychologists, and strategists. The eighth type of intelligence is naturalistic intelligence, and it is the ability to recognize, categorize, and draw connections within the natural world. This includes identifying patterns in plants, animals, weather systems, and ecosystems. People with this intelligence are often highly observant of their surroundings and may excel as biologists, environmental scientists, farmers, or explorers. They see order in what others might dismiss as randomness. Existential intelligence refers to the ability to think about abstract concepts such as life, death, purpose, and the nature of reality itself. These individuals often question the fundamentals of existence and are drawn toward philosophy, theology, and deep theoretical inquiry. They're less concerned with immediate practicality and more focused on the big picture of life. Now, having examined these different types of intelligence, a crucial realization emerges. Traditional education systems disproportionately reward only a narrow subset of these intelligences, primarily linguistic, verbal, and logical mathematical. Exams, grades, and academic rankings are structured in a way that favors memorization, structured reasoning, and articulation within predefined frameworks. This creates a very specific definition of what it means to be smart. But real world intelligence is far broader. The example of my friend illustrates this perfectly. He may excel in structured academic environments, solving equations, writing essays, and absorbing textbook knowledge. However, identifying whether a video is AI generated requires a completely different skill set. It involves critical thinking, media literacy, pattern recognition in visual inconsistencies, and a certain level of skepticism toward digital content. These are not skills typically emphasized in school curricula. This leads us to a key distinction. Education trains you to operate within systems, while intellect determines how well you can navigate situations outside of them. In school, problems are well defined. There's usually a correct answer, a method to reach it, and a grading system to evaluate it. In real life, problems are often more ambiguous. There may be multiple possible answers, incomplete information, and no clear method to follow. The ability to handle such uncertainty is a different kind of intelligence altogether. Another factor to consider is conditioning. Students who perform well academically are often conditioned to trust authority, textbooks, teachers, and established sources. While this is beneficial for structured learning, it can sometimes reduce independent skepticism. When your friend saw the video, he may have relied more on surface realism than questioning its authenticity. In contrast, someone less academically inclined but more exposed to internet culture might immediately recognize the telltale signs of AI. There's also the role of specialization. A straight A student is not necessarily universally intelligent. They're highly optimized for a specific type of cognitive task. Just as a professional athlete may not excel in mathematics, a top student may not excel in social awareness, creativity, or real world adaptability. Intelligence is not a single linear scale, it is a multi-dimensional space. Moreover, education often prioritizes correctness over curiosity. Students are rewarded for arriving at the right answer, not necessarily for questioning the question itself. Over time, this can reduce exploratory thinking. Yet, in the modern world, especially in an era of AI, misinformation, and rapid technological change, questioning, doubting, and verifying have become essential skills. This brings us to a more refined definition. Intellect is not just about what you know, but how you think. It is the ability to analyze unfamiliar situations, adapt to new information, detect inconsistencies, and revise your beliefs when necessary. It involves intellectual humility, the willingness to admit, I might be wrong. Ironically, this trait is sometimes less visible in those who are used to being consistently correct in academic settings. So, what does this mean for education? It does not mean education is useless or flawed at its core. Rather, it means that education, as it currently exists, is incomplete. It develops certain types of intelligence very effectively, but neglects others that are equally important in real life. The goal then should not be to dismiss education, but to expand our understanding of it. True education should not just produce high scorers, it should produce thinkers. It should teach students how to learn, how to question, how to adapt, and how to navigate a world that does not come with answer keys. Until that happens, we will continue to see situations where the smartest student in the room struggles with problems that fall outside of the boundaries of the classroom. And that is not a contradiction. It is simply proof that education is not equal to intellect. I hope you like this video. If you did, please like the video and subscribe for more such content. If you didn't like the video, you can comment what you didn't like and I'll try to improve on that in future uploads. Until next time, stay curious.